Hi, welcome back to networking. Today we are going to route a Linux machine through a Linux machine. This is getting ready to create a single router where we can send all the traffic through that single router. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with VirtualBox. So go ahead and open VirtualBox. Once you get VirtualBox up, we're going to create a couple of systems there, System 1 and System 2. I'm going to delete these and recreate these from scratch. So right there, delete all files. And so now you can see everything's gone, and I'm going to go ahead and start the process. So over here, I'm going to choose File, Import Appliance. I'm going to go over to the opt directory. So I'll go other locations here, my computer, opt, disk OVA, and this time we're using Linux Mint 20 Server OVA. So Linux Mint 20 Server OVA. So go ahead and choose Open on that one and just Finish once you get that opened. Select Finish once you get that open there. So that machine will come up. I'm going to try to change my resolution since I'm doing the full screen here. I'm going to pop this back down to, what was I before? I think I was around there. I'm going to do 1400, 900. Let's try that. We'll say, yeah, keep that. All right, so we've got our resolution set. Everything's going to be a little bit bigger now. Hopefully it'll be a little easier to see. There we go. Now, for me, the machine popped up over in forensics. It might have done the same thing for you if you have the folder, if you're doing this right here. So I right-click, choose Move to Group, Root. Right-click, choose Move to Group, Root. All right, you'll see that this machine is now right there in the root of VirtualBox. Everybody got that? All right, good. So now I'm going to rename this machine. So I'm going to go to Settings. Inside of Settings, I'm going to call this, you can call it the router if you want to, but we're just going to call it System 01 for right now because it is a system. So System 01. Once you specify System 01, pop down to Network. On the network, we're just going to use a host-only adapter to start with. So host-only adapter, right there, VBoxNet 0, allow all, no adapter 2, just adapter 1, host-only adapter. Everybody got that there? All right, it gave me an issue. First, I got to rename it. Sorry, you have to do the renaming operation first. So System 01. And now it changes the directory if it hasn't already changed it, which I may have just scrambled that machine. I'll delete it and start again. All right, File, Import Appliance. Be nice if it kept a history, but it doesn't. Not on this machine. And we'll go over to opt, disk OVA, Linux Mint 20 Server, Finish. See, I couldn't get rid of that for some reason. This is child media. So I'm going to go ahead and pop in VirtualBox. If you get that kind of thing, you can go over here and check. The System 1 right there should not exist. That should not be a thing. So I'm going to go ahead and choose Delete on that. Your System 1, if it worked for you, don't change this. If you get a problem, go in and change this. So right here, now I've got this. I'm going to rename it. That was probably the issue earlier. So I'm just going to do System 01 and choose OK. Now I'm going to go to Move to Group, Root, and now System 1's there. I'm going over to Settings again, Network. I'm choosing Host-Only Adapter, making sure that's all, and I'm choosing OK. Now that the machine is good to go, we're going to start it up. Once we start the machine, we'll log in as student with password and we will ping 192.168.56.1. That is the host-only adapter on our machine. So we can make this full screen if we want to. We may log in as student, password, and then ping -C3 192.168.56.1 should be your host address. Now the virtual machine address, that's going to be something different. So we can see mine is 113. Just make a note of what yours is there, because that will be your router in the future. So just make a note of that. Mine is 113. You can't get to mine because this is a host-only network, so it's only on this PC, but there you go. Does that work for everybody? Okay, we'll give it just another couple of seconds. After you do that, we're going to go ahead and sudo shutdown-h now. If that works, we're going to shutdown-h now, which means shutdown-h means halt, and now means right now. So if you're on a Unix system, you might have to do a shutdown-p, which is a power off now. But on Linux, you can do a shutdown-h now. So we'll get that. Now we got that machine. Let's go ahead and right-click and choose to clone it. So go up to clone. You can make a linked clone. You do not need a full clone. And just change the next system to system 2. So a linked clone and system 2. Only 2 settings to change, so it is not crazy. Just 2 settings to change there. So let's go ahead and choose finish. Now that we've got that clone done, let's go ahead and power up the clone. So start that machine. When the machine starts up, which I've got mine in full screen, that's right Control F for full screen. Once the machine powers up, log in as student and password. You'll notice I have a different IP address this time. That is absolutely correct. I'm going to try to ping -C3 192.168.56.1. That's the local physical machine. And then I'll try to ping 113, which is my other machine. I can't, oh, I forgot, I hadn't powered on yet. So we can't ping the other machine, it's not powered on. So now that this machine is up and running, we can just leave it running if you want to, because we're going to go make a change on machine 1. So hit Control F for full screen, bring that back down. Click on System 1, now go to Settings. Under Settings, we're going to go to Network, Adapter 2. Of course, we're going to enable Adapter 2, and then we're going to choose NAT. Actually, just NAT by itself. If we have a problem with NAT, then we'll go back and choose NAT Network. All right, you're probably all pretty fluent at this right now, so let's go ahead and choose Start. Machine starting up at full screen as I had specified earlier, and once it comes up, I'll log in as student, password, and you can see I have 2 IP addresses. I'm going to make sure I can still ping, so ping-C2. 192.168.56.1, that's my local host. The physical host, not the local host machine. The local host address or loopback is 113 on the machine. This is the local physical host. And then I'll ping -C2 4.2.2.2. And I'm going to see if I can get out to the internet. All right, destination host unreachable. This is that issue with VirtualBox that we discovered earlier. If you go back to the machine while it's running, go to Settings, Network, Adapter 2, switch it to NAT Network, then click OK. The machine should say that the adapter's been reset. And now you notice that we can now ping out. If you're running NAT or NAT Network, it's just fine. So I can go back to Settings, I can go back to Network, I can choose Adapter 2, and I can choose NAT again, and mysteriously, NAT normally works here. It's not in our case. In this case right here, it's not coming up. So go ahead and choose NAT network or NAT, whichever one works for you. Because this is the only machine that has internet access, I'll go ahead and choose allow all. Choose OK on there. We'll see that the adapter is probably reinitialized. It didn't reinitialize the adapter this time, as you can see on the screen. So I'll go back over, and this is just this glitch with VirtualBox. I'll try something else. I'll do like host only, OK. Then I'll go back to settings, network, adapter 2, NAT network, OK. And we'll see if you see the reset. There we go. Adapter reset. We'll see if we can ping out again, and now we're good. Do you see what happens there? That crazy, weird little glitch. Now, this is a software fault. This is something wrong with VirtualBox. It may just be in this version, and it may be corrected in the next version, but this one does have a problem, and you have to watch out for that. You'll sit there and beat your head against a wall trying to figure out why you cannot get out, and then you'll just find out, oh, it's VirtualBox. Just reselect the adapter. You might actually be able to go in, select the same adapter, NAT network, then select NAT network again, and choose apply, and all of a sudden it starts working. If not, just switch it to another network, flip back over to NAT network or NAT, and then bada bing, there you go, you're good to go. Okay, so now we've got this up and running. We've got the System 1 over here. I'm going to pop that up on the screen on this side. And I've got System 2. I'll go ahead and pop that over there. We can now ping System 1 from System 2, and you should get a response. So just be sure that you can ping. And of course, you can ping System 2 from System 1, ping -C, we'll just do C3, 192.168.56.114 for me. There we go. So we have established we have connectivity between the two machines, and we have internet connectivity on System 1. If you try to go to System 2 and you type ping, you do just 3 packets, count 3, 4.2.2.2, you can't ping it. Now, before we set up the router on this machine, if we try to add a route to machine 1 for this machine, we'll still have problems. So let's go over here and let's do it. We're going to sudo -s so we can manipulate routes. We'll take route-n, and we'll type route add -net 0000 gateway space and our other address, 192.168.56.113 in my case, whatever your IP is, right? Whatever yours is. If I choose that and then I look at it again, you'll see that comes up. And if I try to ping out and I try to say, well, let's go ahead and we'll just pretend this is working as a router right now. We'll ping. It doesn't work. So we cannot ping through. Although the packets, if we go back to this side, we go back to System 1, and we go sudo -s on System 1, and we do a TCP dump. We're going to look at interface ETH1, protocol number 1, enter. If we watch protocol 1, and then we go over and try to ping 4222, it should be trying to go over to the other machine. Oh, that's the wrong interface. Sorry, interface 0, ETH0. Let me go back to System 1. It is ETH0 this time. So click. There we go. And you can see the traffic is making it to System 1. It's making it across. So it is going there. We see the route is working. We've got a route from System 2 to System 1. The default route is sending packets to System 1. But System 1 is not allowing routing. Do you remember that PSNI, which we have cat, wrong side. Let me go over to System 1 here. I'll clear System 1 so we can tell. This is System 1. Now I'm doing cat/proc sys net IPv4, IP forward. Now, if you remember that, it's PSNI, so PSNI. So proc sysnet IPv4, IP forward. Cat that, it's a 0. Let's go ahead and change that. We'll go over here, and we're going to say echo 1, and we're going to put it there, and then we'll cat it again, and it's now a 1. Well, now we have routing enabled on the first computer. So the routing is enabled on the first system. It's purely routing. We don't have any masquerading or anything, so let's test it now. We'll go ahead and ping from this one, and you'll notice it still doesn't get out. Because at this point, this router, it is reaching System 1. We know the packets are getting to System 1. But on System 1, it's not, it is routing them, but there's no NAT enabled. So there's no policy to say, hey, let's forward that over. And for those of you, you should have this on your computer. But what I'll do is I'll pop in right here, and we will look at, and I can't remember where it is on your systems. But if you look at this right here, these commands, where we have the IP tables, what we're going to do, we're going to change NAT, we're going to look at post routing, the output interface is ETH1, and we're going to jump to masquerade. So over in System 1, we are going to do that. We're going to do an IP tables. First of all, we'll list IP tables, so capital L. Nothing there. We'll do an IP tables. Dash TNAT, lowercase t, dash A, append, post routing, dash output interface, ETH1, dash J, masquerade. I'll pop that over there, and we'll try to fit that on the screen. So we're on here, just as it's written, TNAT-A, and then post routing -O ETH1. We know that ETH1 is our internet interface, that's 10.02.15, and -J, that's jump to, and it is masquerade. Next, we're going to tell it to forward the traffic, so we'll do an IP tables -A, append, forward with ETH0. So that's the input interface of ETH0, which is the 192.168 interface. Now that we've got that going, we can go ahead and do an IP tables -L for list. Don't do a -F, but L for list. Once you catch up with that, we'll go over, and now we'll ping on this one. And you will notice we can ping out to the internet through System 1 from System 2. So we have a fully functional router running on System 1. And that is it. Once you get that up, that is today's lab for getting routing up and running. We will be using this for several different machines, FreeBSD, Windows, other Linux machines, and we'll be routing that traffic. Well, I hope that was helpful, and I look forward to talking to you next time.